saw mommy kissing. Well, I'll say, I saw daddy kissing Santa Claus under the mistletoe tree. Again, that's it. That's it. I saw daddy fingering Santa Claus, giving him that prostate exam. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing? Merry Clitmas and a happy new brazier. See, I cut myself. I'm so cut myself. I see. Gotta hide that little thing. Anyway, but I'm still gorgeous. I'm still beautiful. I am the man that is causing this wonderment for all the young ladies, and I want you all to know, Merry Christmas and a happy new year. We definitely need a new year, no doubt about it. All right, here we go. We got the stranger himself, Kay Lazar. Kay Lazar is in the house. And of course, our friend right here. And we get him right here. Well, get him right here. All right, Dr. Roger. Dr. Roger, he's got the mask on, covering up his face, and we should be able to do that. So, hey, what is going on? Did Santa Claus give you all the treats that you wanted? Did Santa Claus give you all the toys that you wanted? Maybe the vibrator or the pocket pussy or the dildo. Did Santa Claus give you a pocket pussy?
I'm afraid not. I wrote it and asked for it.
Did you
really?
Okay.
Well, he returned it.
He returned it. Okay. From what I hear, Santa Claus didn't come out at all this year because of COVID.
Right.
Santa Claus said, "To hell with it. I'm ready for the vaccination, and I should be the one that has the vaccination."
Yeah.
Did Santa Claus give you anything there, Mr. Lazar?
He gave me he gave me a vaccine not to get COVID, and hopefully everyone else will get one soon. Let me tell you.
You had one?
Yeah.
You had a vaccine.
Yeah.
When did you have a vaccine?
Wait, I think. Wait a minute. Mine was for German measles.
Oh, you haven't had the COVID vaccine.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay, now none of us got the COVID vaccine.
I haven't gotten German, so I'm not infecting pregnant women and COVID-19. Hopefully everyone will be cured or not get it in 2021. We got. Listen, if you made it this far in 2020, they're gonna have to stencil a new new year on your tombstone. So hey, we made it. Well, we still have another week or so.
Well, I don't know when this is going to be. My only thing is now I'm sure that it's not the hydroxychloroquine, and it's not the reservoir. What the hell? I don't know. Remdesivir or whatever that. You know what is the? Do you know?
I can't. Buddy, if Trump can't pronounce it, I can't pronounce it.
Okay.
Either.
Okay. So that's that with that and whatnot. And Anthony Fauci turned 80, did he?
Anthony Fauci also promised all the children last week for Christmas that Santa got his vaccine
shot
from Pfizer.
Oh, okay.
Did Pfizer make Viagra? I hope they don't put Viagra in the thing by mistake. Because then I'll just be like this the whole time.
I wonder if he got his rabies shot too. I'm sure. So anyway, so that is something to fact. So yes, so it's in play, and I don't know because I don't get flu shots. Now I'm going to tell you why I don't get flu shots. It's any kind of shot you get, and of course this, obviously is going to protect anybody and everybody because you, me, him, anybody, we could have had it and not even known we've had it, and passed it along to the elderly person, and not even know that we passed it to the elderly person, and that is my only fear of that. When I make deliveries and I do deliveries myself, I don't like to go into nursing homes because those nursing homes are filled with it. And if you remember back in early the spring, the Cambridge nursing home here in the far West End, they had to shut it down and people were dying like that. The elderly people were dying just like that. So it's serious. I know somebody personally who died from it. I know somebody personally who died from COVID and someone who was directly sick. So two people that I know. One died, and one is still sick from it. So it's definitely serious. There's no two ways about it.
You have no sense of taste and no sense of smell, which might be in some people a good thing.
Yeah, I don't have a sense of taste. I'm tasteless.
No. Well, yeah. That's actually Nigel.
You're one of the most tasteless people I know.
Actually, Nigel had it too. No, he did.
Well, how appropriate.
Yeah. So anyway, we know about that. So anyway, it has been a quiet Christmas. You know, stockings were hugging care that soon that gorgeous George would soon come there, and it's like voting. You have to vote. Everybody has to vote, and if you all come, I will come also too. That's the bottom line on that.
Come all ye faithful.
Yeah. Well, you say come ye, I say come here, come hither.
Come hither,
Come hither,
thither, come yon.
Come hither, come quicker. Come quick. Come quick.
I didn't come.
And you know when you go to the whorehouse, you know what she tells you? She said, aren't you coming yet?
Yeah.
I said, well, baby, I said, don't rush me. She said, you gotta come, because I gotta go. And I said, well, listen here, you gotta do your job, and then I'll come multiple times before you hither. You see what I'm saying?
He will
Okay.
come.
The
Richard,
whorehouse.
Richard Pryor had a joke that his father died in the whorehouse. Said he came and went.
It came and went, and when it came.
Came and went.
That's right. So
He said it much better.
he said it much better. It was very poetic, a very poetic tongue and whatnot. So, Mr. Lazar, you have been branched off into other. You've been branched out with our good buddy Vince, Vinnie Mac's Shop of Horrors. What was it called?
That's what it's called.
Vinnie Mac's Shop of Horrors.
Yeah.
So you've been on his show, and then you've been in Keith Van Allen, aka Boris the Butler's basement, right?
Yeah.
This is his basement.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, I thought it was. You correct me if I'm wrong. So,
No.
so the Shop of Horrors with Vinny and Keith Van Allen's basement, and then you're doing something else too, which is okay. So that's So you're being.
I'm the thanks to you, gorgeous George. I am now the perfect guest star, the special guest star everywhere I go. And it was just basically how I live my life anyway. Everywhere I go, hey, Kevin's here. Kevin's here with his fancy suit and his smile and his beer and his bimbos and And
Well,
actually, the beer and the bimbos actually propel me into every party I go.
So whatever happened to the cavalcade of
Where
fun?
the bimbo?
The what?
The cavalcade of fun. Whatever happened to that cavalcade of fun?
It's just not. It was canceled.
Okay.
But it can always come back. I mean, Jeopardy was canceled for 20 years. Look what
Okay,
happened.
so the
to that.
Cavalcade
It
of
brought back
Fun-
bigger than ever. So,
Cavalcade
but,
Fun-
but that's not what I'm doing now.
Okay, so the cavalcade of fun has been shut down for repairs.
For tweaking and retooling, as they say.
You tweak.
You know that
I didn't know you tweak,
I'm
man.
not only. I'm not. Also, I Love Lucy was also is now on hiatus for tweaking and retooling. I don't think that's coming back though.
You don't think it's coming back?
Well, they're gonna need 2 shovels and a flashlight if you want to bring back I Love Lucy.
Yeah. Well, that's harsh.
Or a seance.
That's harsh. I think a seance would be perfect. What is a seance?
Now?
No. Just
To bring back Lucy?
hold on
Let's-
loosely and don't let go. Okay. Anyway, you said
Bring back
Lucy. I thought you said loosely. Lucy Art.
I love Lucy.
Lucy had balls, didn't she?
You know what Lucy's?
Okay.
Actually, don't be formal when you're with Lucy. Her name is not Lucille Ball. It's Lucille Testicle.
Okay. Testicle. Is that like an ice cream cone? A testicle like an ice cream
Ben
cone?
Jerry's flavor.
Come to
Speaking of
the
balls,
Ben and Jerry's flavored ice cream. We have a flavor for you. Now it's just concocted. It's called testicle cream. It's a yellow snowball that's infested into one cream. You wolf it down. It's a yellow. It's almost as yellow as my jacket. Yellow testicle cream. Here at Ben and Jerry's, just for you, for the delectable taste in your palate.
It's a nice jacket. I guess you wash it in the urinal.
Well, I mean,
How did they get it that color?
You know, Kevin, I listen. I've been looking at your recipes for success, and I think that's one recipe that you have unrelated to food, to how to yawn and sew and wash your clothes. So you take a big bucket of piss and you dip it in, right? Big bucket of piss and dip it.
Well, there's ammonia in the piss.
Okay.
You know,
Well, did you
You know
hop
what
in?
a friend of mine? You know what happened to a friend of mine? My friend had to go to the hospital once. I'm not kidding you. What happened? Someone cleaned the toilet. You're gonna love this, Roger. Someone cleaned the toilet with bleach. Okay.
Mhm.
So then, and the toilet was kind of stuck, so people were peeing in it over and over again. There was ammonia in the pee. The bleach and the ammonia got connected and created mustard gas.
Mm.
And the person got sick taking a piss and someone's
Someone's
stuck
gas.
back and they had to go to the hospital. This is a true story. It happened to me in
Right.
college.
Right. Well, damn.
I mean, it didn't happen to me,
Mustard.
but it happened when I was in college.
Mustard.
It happened to someone.
Mustard gas. I mean, so
Mustard-
so Colonel Mustard cut the mustard.
No,
Colonel Mustard cut
mustard
that gas.
gas is.
Well, I know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, World War One, it killed a lot of people.
I mean, I thought.
and it's very simple. Anyone who wants to make it, you could just make it in your own home.
I thought it was.
And
I thought Colonel Mustard had cut the gas or cut the mustard, or that was the game of Clue, but it was in the conservatory.
That's right.
The conservatory room with a tool shed or
Now,
with
did
a
you
with a low
play?
jack.
Now, I never asked you this, Gorgeous George. Did you used to play a lot of games when you were a kid, like checkers or shoots and ladders or Game of Life? Or
Well, you know, I did. I followed.
Clue.
Clue was one, and there's also a game thing called Operation,
Oh yeah.
where you gotta put the damn thing right in there and pull it right out. And there's also one thing with I think featuring Mike Ditka. Make sure your testicles are nice and firm. It's the same thing as Operation when you pull the thing out, pull the knee out, and pull the bone out and whatnot. And then there's obviously a thing for your testicles too. It's stroke your testicles, and it's a thing of yarn, and you go up and down with it like that, and then it says Mike Ditka's testicle stretcher, testicle penis stretcher, and it makes your penis grow.
Like Mike Ditka, fine Republican.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying. So it was a game. It was a game you could play.
Yeah.
And of course, the game of cards too.
Dub Bears.
Dub Bears. Yeah.
He also
So,
coached the Saints. Too,
Yeah.
for a short time. He
That's
also
right.
played. Did he play for Dallas the other day?
Yes, he did. He was a tight end for the Cowboys. How'd you guess?
Oh, I try to figure out how a lot of coaches get jobs because some coaches like Parcells and Belichick, you don't know of their pro career. And actually, I don't think they had them. I think they were college coaches and then moved to the big show as coaches, and then turned out quite well for themselves.
So, Kevin, let's get right into it. I know that we don't want to. I mean, you and I have not had a show together for a while, but we had the political structure right now. We're kind of on the same page with that. So, what do you think right now? I mean, you think that Trump is going to refuse to get out, refuse to move?
I kind of hope so, because I think the whole world, forget about America and the Democrat, I think the whole world wants to see him being marched out by the police, by the military. All right, yeah, you're in other words, your lease is up. It's time to go. Yeah, and I think, and in some way, I think it'd be too dignified for him to walk out with his head held high. I kind of like it when chumps kind of get dragged out of places.
Well, I say he said he's not going to leave. He wants the votes counted. I mean, how many times are we going to keep counting the votes? We're going to count the votes here, count the votes under the lockbox. And in 2000, obviously, there was definite discrepancy in lockboxes of votes they never counted for. Al Gore was adamant about it. Al Gore should have been the president of the United States. They never counted those votes. You remember it back in 2000.
However,
but he eventually had to give it up.
He had to give it up like 2 days before inauguration. But it was very close there. I mean, it all got down to one state. Within a few
and by a
hundred votes.
sliver of votes, basically.
And I think you hear so much about Georgia right now, it's because it has little to do with the presidency. It has more to do with the two senators. That's too close to tell.
Right.
And but it's a done deal, and it wasn't close at all. Trump had was at quite a deficit to overcome, and also you have to remember Trump did get half the votes, pretty much half the votes. He also got more people voted for him the second time than the first time. He lost the popular vote twice, the only sitting president to do that. And, we cater to the president.
And his own people had stated that there was no foul play this time. Mr. Barr himself said there was no foul play, and I haven't been following. Did he resign? He was forced to resign because it was being a fireman or whatever.
Yeah.
What does Trump have to say about that?
When I was...
Well, I mean, he does the voice too. Go ahead. What's that voice?
He resigned. He did a very good job. He was the best attorney general ever, but he had to go help his family. It had nothing to do with Trump.
All right, let's hear your Trump.
My Trump?
Yeah, let's hear.
Oh, my Trump.
Yeah, well, you're into what we're talking about.
Yes. He did a great job. He's a great humanitarian. I thought he was going to be my lawyer. He's not my lawyer.
Which reminds me,
But everybody knows that I won the election.
you know,
At midnight, in all the red states, I had a commanding lead. And even in the blue states, I had a commanding lead.
which reminds
Forget
me.
about counting all the other votes after. They found all these votes after
Right.
midnight. I don't know where they found. I guess
Which-
they were already there, piled up in the
Right.
absentee ballots.
Which reminds me.
Box.
Which reminds me. You know, Prancer and Blitzer and Comet and Cupid. I might making these names up, but they're all reindeer. We know Janus and whatever else. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of them all? Rudolph Giuliani had a very bald head. When he was caught on Borat, he was masturbating to Borat's daughter. Everybody knew that he was. He had a very big, small penis and a very big head. You got Blitzer and Comet and Cupid and Snitzer and Jacqueline and Jackoff and Witzer. But do you recall the most famous jerk-off of them all? Rudolph the Giuliani jerked off in the commode. Then when he knew that he was being watched, he ran out like a little girl. When it was all over, he came running back inside. Make sure that security came and cleaned up any mess.
I saw the movie last week
Yeah.
on Amazon, and contrary to what he claims, it's pretty damning. And I don't even know how Giuliani even how they got permission to even. I mean, don't you have to sign a release or something? And he could very well not sign a release and not have that in there.
I haven't seen it. I want to see it.
It's
I've had people tell me about it. So tell me exactly. I mean, I haven't seen it. I've heard about it.
Well, they actually create other scenes to make it a plot in that part where he's actually rushing to his daughter to break in.
Borat.
The character Borat to open it up. And but they actually show them both like walking hand in hand into the back room, and there's a camera in the back room that Giuliani doesn't know. He's like fumbling with his pants. He says in retrospect that he was taking a microphone off, but he wasn't taking a microphone.
Right.
She was like dancing real sexy in front of
Well,
him.
so we know that Borat propositioned Mike Pence for his daughter. Borat propositioned Mike Pence, and Mike Pence walked away from him.
Well, that I think
Yeah.
that was kind of fixed. That I mean, you could
Yeah.
always have Mike Pence walk off a stage
But
and
did
then
Borat-
just do something before that.
Did Borat
But the
proposition?
Giuliani part is
Did he proposition Giuliani with the girl or himself?
Yeah, with the girl.
I think the whole plot is that he has to get Mike Pence a girlfriend, and his daughter is the best job. I mean, that's the stupid plot they have to, just to get everything going. More important how it goes.
Right.
But then later, but halfway through it, he realizes that forget about Mike Pence. Let's go for Giuliani, and then the
Giuliani is stupid as the sun.
Well, Giuliani. Let's face it, and
Stupid
always
fuck.
remember this, ladies. When your husband is having sex with a hooker or with a bimbo who is planned with cameras and everything to blackmail him, and the husband says that it was entrapment. He did take the bait. He still, he would have done it whether there was cameras there or not. So I think that Giuliani thing is pretty damning. He has a wife, Giuliani.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that then Borat. What's the actor's name?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Okay.
He's from England.
So Borat went ahead and said, well, why don't you come after me, big fella? Why don't you do that, what you're going to do that to me, big fella? And then Giuliani ran out like a little girl.
Yeah.
He ran out like a little girl.
Actually, that is kind of, because it goes by very fast. I think what happens is once the man came in, who was Borat, and, when there's two people together and a man comes in, it scares the hell out of me,
Ain't no place for man.
Happily, it doesn't never happen to me, but I'm
Ain't no
glad
place
it
for
never
man.
happened to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was scared that the girl's father.
Well, I
came
was on the other side one time with a girlfriend. She was screwing around with somebody. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah.
you could just imagine how scared these guys. But nevertheless, they're still guilty. And he didn't know. I guess Giuliani did not want to go. And he says he ran out because he had a guard outside. According to Sacha Baron Cohen, they actually made before they did the interview, they went through every door to see if there was any blackmailers, and they didn't find any. What happened was Borat, the actor playing Borat, was behind a partition in a big closet, so they only saw so it was very easy. He waited there something like 4 hours or something for him to come out.
Right.
So the idea that so he figured out how to do it. He actually said that and the Mike Pence scene were the hardest part, because Mike Pence was really hard because he actually had to come in there wearing a Klan costume, and then in the movie he takes it off. He's dressed as Trump, but actually, I think no, he has to go in the bathroom and change into Trump. But I think in real life he actually had the Trump costume under it, so he could, so there wasn't that.
Right.
He had to wait in the men's room for like 5 hours.
So security went back into the room, right?
Security, but let's face it.
Security went back to the room to check.
There's a secure guard to make sure that, although Giuliani like to say it's for terrorism or something, the real reason why the guard was there in that situation was to keep anyone from coming in and disturbing the loving couple.
Yeah. I thought the security came in there to check to see if there was any mess that was left in the room.
Well, that I don't know what happened after. I think Borat and the girl and whatever crew was there took off. I mean, they didn't want to stay around.
The job was done.
And it was in a fancy hotel in New York, I think.
So anyway, so that's a new Christmas song right now. Rudy Giuliani, the most famous reindeer of them all. Rudy Giuliani and his little small pecker. That's the most. That's I tell you what. That's classic.
He had a bunch of kids though. So small pecker. I don't know how big.
Was it a small schmecker?
He's a schmeckle. Schmeckle.
So anyway, so it's Christmas. Today is Christmas, 2020 Christmas. So did you all get a boatload of presents from Santa Claus or Saint Nicholas? Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas didn't give me anything.
Listen,
you a boatload of presents or what?
Listen, I'm at
gag gifts.
No, I'm at the age now that if I can't eat it, drink it, or spend it, I don't want it.
Okay.
I got enough junk. I have enough books.
Listen, man, you remember?
I have enough books.
Remember when you gave me one of those things to measure your foot?
Oh, yeah.
What the hell was that about? It was Christmas, and you gave me one of these little gag gifts to measure your size of your feet.
The Branica device, yeah.
Yeah, I was of that.
Like what Al Bundy would use.
And then actual the chia. Now the chia pet. Now, perfect thing for a bald person. You get a little picture of a bald person. You pee on it, or you put some water on top to the chia, and it grows into an afro. You have a bald man, and it grows into an afro. And you said, "But chia."
Wish it was that easy.
Yeah, can that do with a pubic hair too?
Well,
the girl's
pubic hair is fine, but the hair I care about most at this time of my life is the hair on top.
Well,
of
you can take the pubic hair and put it on top of there.
Guess what? That's when it's not. You're not entirely wrong when they take. When you get a hair transplant, they take hair from lots of. Usually, they take it from that part behind your neck that has and they take the whole hair follicle out.
Yeah.
And it's very, very.
When we were on pubic
you have to take it out and then and then hope it grows.
When we were on pubic access, pubic access or public access, we always would do it in the pew. So we were talking about we in the public access, so say in the pew. You remember the character the Arab guy that I played, about playing with my pube. He had this Yasser, and he had this big mustache, and they could come to the chronicles of my stash, and they can play with my pube. And of course, the trolls got off on that too. They were jerking off to it too, those trolls.
The trolls.
Yeah, but
the trolls.
Yeah, but that's the same though. Pubic hair. So any excess pubic hair, I guess for any women too, because women that shave their pubic hair. But next time, ladies, when you shave your pubic hair, and your man needs a little bit of hair on his top of his head, or maybe the wife of Rudy, you know that Rudy's bald. He's only got these sides, the side trimmers. Take the hair off your.
Just for men on. It was leaking one day.
Take your hair from your pube.
Yeah, the hair dye.
Get I'm talking to Rudy's wife out there. Take the pubic hair and stick it on top there, crop it up there, and give Rudy some hair.
A friend of mine has gray hair, and he used to use that stuff that Rudy used, and he said that it's not like a typical dye job. You can do it yourself, but it washes right out. So if you're in a rainstorm or sweating a lot, in the case of Rudy, it'll fall back. In fact, the best thing is to actually have a beard. So then it could leak into the beard and it looks fine. But when he took a shower, he told me he had to like scrub the tub after because it was almost like a crime scene. All the stuff.
Listen.
Topic stuff.
You have never seen me in a beard. Have any of you ever seen me in a beard?
A few days ago.
You saw me in a beard? You actually saw me in a beard. Okay, well, yeah. Well, so I'm saying he saw me, but I'm saying I've never ever had a. I mean, you could have probably mistaken me for Kenny Rogers. Honest to God, I've never been able to grow a thick beard like that. And literally, I had that thick beard just coming out like I said, what the F is that? I mean, you could mistake me for Kenny Rogers. So I said, damn. So I would not look good with a bald head. And I would not look good in a beard. So I don't think we're about the beard, but I would never have to worry.
You didn't think you looked good
I
with
would
a beard?
never have to worry about a bald head because I will always have a full crop of hair. Ain't no
Famous
receding
last
hairline.
words.
Ain't no receding hairline here. Okay.
But let me tell you about
All right.
about beards. A friend of mine told me that all men look good with beards, and for some reason he says that men's faces aren't all that. We don't have girlish faces, so thus a beard makes us look manly and everything. And if you want, and I didn't believe him, but then I saw on the show Survivor that by the end of the show, by the end of the run of Survivor, all the men have beards, and then you see them at the anniversary show with their shaved off beards, and they look better with the beard.
Listen, man.
Or I'm used to them. With
I
the
don't
beard.
know about you guys, but when I'm going down there, going for the berry and fruit, if you know what I'm talking about, I like to go down there for the berry and fruit where there's no hair on the bottom and no hair on here.
Right.
And you know what we're talking about, guys? We're talking about friction.
Yep.
We ain't talking about anything. There ain't no discrepancy, ain't no blockage. There ain't no hair there. There ain't no hair here. And I'm digging for the fruits and berries and the center pop of the cherry, you know what I'm talking about? And there is friction. And that friction gets it going on. She gets really excited, Roger. Roger, she gets really excited. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Kevin, you know what I'm talking about?
You talk about girls, right?
You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking
Because-
about friction.
Because girls.
Friction.
Yeah, but girls. Let me tell you about girls. There's certain women today, a lot of women today. I mean, they don't have any hair past their eyebrows. And men were just full of hair. But anyway, we don't have any women. But believe it or not, I kind of like it. I kind of like the adult look. I'm an old school guy, and I don't like the 5-year-old girl look.
Listen. Do any of you guys have excess hair on your back or excess hair where it shouldn't be? You're not going to tell me if you
Could
do. I
happen.
don't care. You have excess hair on your back? Or
It
whatever?
could happen.
Well, okay. Well, you're not going to tell me. But anyway, you take that shit. You do like an Andre Agassi look. Not, of course, to keep the hair on the top look, but do an Andre Agassi, shave every hair you got. And then if your friend is having a bad hair day or maybe losing his hair, say, hey, I've got some hairs for you.
Yeah.
Get some Elmer's, get some crazy glue, put it on top there, and you'll have a good do. So I don't like to be all hairy. I don't know about you guys. Take the damn hair off, get their Norelco, and shave it all off, and have it. Put it in a soup broth if you want. Whatever you want to do. Put it in the toenail soup broth. We can feed it to the people. Huh?
No.
Yeah, we'll feed it to the people that need some soup. Put some soup broth. But nevertheless, use it for if someone has bald as can be, you put it on their head and say, "Merry Christmas! I have given you hair."
Would you
Coming from my
like
pew.
somebody to give you hair? I don't think my male friends want any of my hair.
I don't think
any of my female. I don't think anybody wants hair.
I'm talking about whatever, maybe a cancer patient, maybe a cancer patient,
program.
or whatever kind of patient, or whatever kind of person.
Georgia's pube hair for charity.
Well,
A hair
listen here,
hair transplant.
I can sell it on eBay.
Yeah.
Once it's gone, it's not mine. You can do whatever you want with it. Once it's gone, it's not mine, but you can think
You
of
can
it.
even put it on
These
your
trolls,
own pube.
these trolls could probably use it.
Let me tell you something.
These trolls can use that pubic hair.
Yes.
Let me tell you, a pubic hair transplant on your head, if I'll tell you how it would work. If you're walking down the street, a pretty girl comes on, it'll actually tip your own hat to
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But anyway,
That's some good hair. Maybe they should look into that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You can make your own wig.
Yeah.
Hell, I mean, these wigs right here, this
well,
is
actually,
made out of
wait a
pube.
minute.
All these wigs are made out of pube right here.
Best hair,
Pube.
The best hair for wigs, you know what the best is? Italian women's
Right.
hair.
Italian women.
Okay.
Italian dark, hair. They evidently they're very good at growing hair, but Italian women
Well-
and I guess Spanish women have good heads of hair.
Foreign women
Now-
don't shave down there.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about their heads.
Okay, well,
When
I'm just saying.
so a lot of wigs men buy, really expensive wigs, like what Elton John would use or something, or William Shatner, are taken from women's
Pubic hair?
Italian.
Pubic hair.
Yeah.
Italian
No,
women's hair.
like they're like those people that cut their hair for
Okay.
humanity. So
I
now,
just- whatever, yeah.
on the other hand, if you're white haired and you want a white haired wig like Frank Sinatra or Lauren Green had, you can't use human hair because it turns yellow after almost as soon as you cut it. So you have to use like sheep or some other.
I'm just,
some other animal.
what I'm saying is simply this: the hair that's there, excess hair, whether it comes from a
Hair.
woman or a man or
Hair.
whatever, can be used.
It could.
Could be used to create a wig. Could be used to, to diggle your, to pleasure yourself in the
I don't know
bottom.
about
I don't
you.
care.
But
Because
it's
once the
there,
hair is
yeah.
off of me, I don't care. You can do whatever you want. The trolls jerk off anyway to us. So the trolls can jerk off with their own hair, with my whole pubic hair.
I don't usually give the trolls a second thought.
You don't give them what?
How about a
Second
third
thought.
thought?
Okay. You give them a piss?
I don't give them a piss.
Well, does the steam off your piss?
I don't give. Oh yeah, I don't give them. Yeah, you said that once. That's a good phrase.
That's what you said before.
It's
It was
actually
piss.
from Angela's Ashes. Yeah, if you look it up. Yeah. That wouldn't give them the steam off my
the
piss.
steam. Whatever that
It's
is.
about as low as it's going to get.
Well,
That was a good move.
and there's the coffee brewing right now at Starbucks is steaming. The broth is steaming, and you got to put some extra topping on there. You go ahead, and of course, I know you don't like the lattes and all that. I like the lattes and all that, but
You
people.
look like a guy who enjoys them. You do.
Oh, do I really? Okay. You just full of
yellow, yellow jacket.
you're full of indirect puns, aren't you?
Yeah.
Indirect puns here.
Enjoys a latte.
So, I'm just saying.
I look like a guy who doesn't enjoy them. So who's the winner?
Lattes, no. The lattes. Stop it. Stop that. You know damn right. Well, I'm not going to say it right now and embarrass you, but you know damn well I told you earlier on the phone. Okay, let's go back track here. So the lattes that people have, so they drink this foamy, the broth, that. I said, here you go. Here's your latte. So I'm sure that they can put anything in there they want. Just like like you say, when the cooks are in the back, they can steam up and put anything in the meat and the potatoes and all that. Jizz in the potatoes and all that. So I'm sure,
Yeah, I would. There's a whole thing on South Park. Never be a Yelp reviewer.
well, they're not going to know that whether a Yelp or whatever. But I'm saying they
No,
don't
but I
still
mean,
Yelp.
they
You
say
can
we
still
have a
Yelp.
special we have a special thing for our Yelp review. Oh, it tastes good, and then
right.
Well, they put
Show
the
them.
stuff in the broth of the hair, the coffee, and then just imagine with this special. We talked about this before. We'll talk about it again because it's tis the season. The seasoning and the salad dressing. Now you go in there because I used to wait tables a long time ago. We had this Italian guy, because I'm Italian myself. It was an Italian restaurant we worked at, and I said, Garçon, they said, Garçon, where's our dressing? We want Russian dressing, a Russian salad dressing. Okay, so I go in the back there, and then so the owner of the establishment has got this big jar. And he's pouring it in on top of it, and he's grunting. Oh. I said, what is that? And it's a big jar, and this white dripping is coming out of it. I said, is that dressing? He's going, He said, there you go, dressing on salad. Like, I said, I looked at it, and I said, God damn, it's coming out of a big jar, so I don't know where it came from. It came from a jar. So I go ahead and say, there you go, there's your salad dressing. And I said,
you mean to tell me
I dip into it. What's that?
that the restaurant didn't make their own salad dressing. They
They-
opened a jar of
they-
it. Of
well,
it.
no.
I could have opened the Green Goddess
Listen,
or
listen.
Wishbone myself and poured it on there.
Listen,
Mhm.
listen,
Yeah.
listen.
I think
I
they-
don't think, I think it was made, but it was personally made. I think it was
I
just
know where you're
stored in
going.
the jar. I don't think it was out of wishbone dressing or
No.
whatever kind of dressing you get, the
Wishbone.
wishbone or whatever kind of
Green
dressing.
Goddess.
I think it was stored in the jar from the night before.
Yeah.
He's just with
Yep.
special effects, doing it. So they take it to the table. I'm not like peppercorn jack.
Yep.
I said we're out of the Russian dressing, but we have the peppercorn jack dressing. I said, oh, peppercorn jack dressing. So they take the fork. This is different. Yeah. So we'll enjoy. Special thanks to the chef himself. Is that chef still here? Yeah, he's in the back. Yeah, can you send him to our table, please? So chef comes out and says, how you doing? Welcome, come to my restaurant. Thank you for coming, and good to see you. So what
Was
kind of?
he Italian?
Yes. What kind of dressing?
Oh,
Hard to tell.
I was wondering
with
why
that
he was
bad
saying,
accent.
making a voice.
Listen, okay, don't
I
correct
think
the
he
maestro.
was Arabic.
Don't-
No, I was just wondering. I wanted to
Don't
make
correct the
clear
maestro.
who it was.
Don't correct the maestro.
Either that or he was
So-
an Indian.
Okay, so
Italian
he's there
restaurant.
and he's looking at it and he's like looking at it and said, wow. And said, where does this come from? He said, well, it's from me to you. It's from my loins to you with loving care. And they looked at him, your loins? He said, yes, we brew and we make our special dressing. We can't tell you where the dressing comes from because if we did, we'd have to kill you. And then we'll have to send the men over here. So please don't ask me where it comes from. Just enjoy. Isn't it delectable in your palate? She said, this is like salt. Yes,
Oh.
it comes from my loins. Enjoy. Well, now eventually about 6 months later, 6 months later it closed down.
Okay.
6 months later.
Because
it
of the
closed down.
pandemic, lots of restaurants are closing down
Well,
for
this
that
is-
very same reason.
This is
Right.
old. This is
Yeah.
not. This is not during. This is back in the day when I was a waiter.
Well, they
I
wouldn't
did
dare
it.
do anything like that now if they can help it. Let me tell you, first off, when you get a salad, you should never have salad dressing on it anyway, because here you know what a salad is?
It's a
healthy,
soulful. It's a soulful salad.
It's
It's made out of a ballot.
It's soulful and it's a. But anyway, what
Soulful
happens?
salad.
Not a soulful ballad. It's a bowl of salad.
Well,
Oh.
but it's a ballot.
anyway.
It's a ballot to be made of a soulful
So
ballot.
you have all these healthy
Or salad.
fruits and vegetables, and then what do they slather on it? This fatty, greasy, sugary, full of chemicals, and then all the stuff you told me they added. So you were actually negating. You might have at that point eat a McDonald's hamburger because the salad isn't any healthy anymore.
Well, no. These salad dressings are, they're light. They're low in cholesterol.
Which ones?
Well, the ones
Not most of them.
low in cholesterol, and you
Oil
got-
and vinegar is all you need.
Yeah, and you have a little seasoning, a little flavor to it. There's
Oil
not
and vinegar
really
is plenty of seasoning.
little season of flavor is not going to give you heart of the arteries or whatever.
But you don't think that if you're eating salads all the time and then slather, it's almost like getting a bowl of what's something healthy, like a
Oatmeal?
bowl of broccoli, then throwing ice cream on top of it.
Right.
So oh look, I'm eating broccoli. It's healthy. Look how healthy I am.
Well, whatever the case might be, it all goes down the same palate, and don't tell me that you
It
don't
all
need.
comes out
And
the
it,
same way.
well, yes, it does come all the same way. Which
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
it comes out and it goes in. It goes in and it goes out, and it's good. It is good. It's all good. It's a field goal. It's just a kick and a field goal. That's what it is, basically. So,
It's the circle of life of digestion.
yes, Roger. It's like the
Thank you, Dr. Robert.
it's like the In-N-Out. It's like the In-N-Out burger.
Yes.
In-N-Out burger. We have none here, of course, but yeah, In-N-Out burger. Let's get you a little closer.
See California.
Yeah, I'll get you in here. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Mm.
So Roger, cite me the Gettysburg Address real fast. Let's cite me the Gettysburg Address.
7 years ago,
What happened?
we tried to found a nation under laws of something or other. And I ran out of speech, so I only spoke for, 2 minutes? Gettysburg Address?
All right, cite me the best of times and the worst of times. Do you remember that one? That was who was that? Who was that?
Beginning
That's from
of-
Sale of Two.
The Tale of Two Cities, but who was it?
Sale of
Charles
Two Titties.
Titties.
The Sale of Two Titties. It's
The
by
Sale of Two
Charles,
Dickens.
Dickens.
by Charles
Charles
Dickens.
Dickens.
Yeah.
All right,
the best
all
of
right,
times,
so
it was
Roger-
the worst of times.
Okay,
It was the last of times, it was the first of times.
okay, is that what it, okay.
And then it was a burst
What-
in
what-
my loins. I don't know this shit.
I know the last line too.
Where
It
do I
goes,
be in?
It's a far better thing I've ever done than I've ever done before. And that's when he's on the way to the gallows.
Oh, the
No,
guillotine,
guillotine.
okay, oh, the guillotine, was he on the crapper? Oh, okay, no, he was on the crapper.
No, he was Sidney Carton was in place
I thought he was
of
on
a
the-
guy who actually was guilty but was now in exile.
I thought he was on the crapper when he said all that. He said, give me toilet paper and give me life and toilet paper so I can wipe with.
Well, that's
Well, that's
sorta like,
Paul Revere, Paul
no,
Revere.
that's Patrick Henry.
No, but I mean.
That happened in Richmond.
Yes.
Patrick, Paul.
Right
Paul-
down on Main Street.
Why am I saying Paul Revere? Okay, Patrick, yeah, that's right,
Yeah.
that's right.
Paul Revere was in
British
Massachusetts.
Atomic.
Yeah, give me the toilet paper so I can wipe my bunghole with, that's right.
Paul Revere was
British Atomic.
yeah.
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 That's right. And all the tea was being spilled
And
in
they're
the
like,
ocean.
yeah, we heard them. We know they're coming.
Yeah, and the
They've
tea
been
was
here
being
the whole
spilled
time.
and everybody else was coming too.
Yeah.
One if by land, two if by sea.
Yeah.
Was the code he came. Actually, that's a pretty cool story about Paul Revere.
Yeah. Well, is that Paul?
I think if I was around back then, I'd get on a horse
No.
and start
Yeah.
telling everybody.
Listen,
stuff.
listen
There
here,
was something.
listen.
That's something I probably could do. Yell at the top of my lungs through the streets.
I would like to have a statue. I was kind of, we back in the '90s, Roger, Kevin knows about this. They were going to put a statue of me on Monument Avenue. They had an Arthur Ashe statue back in '99 where he's holding a book and a bunch of kids are trying to grab the book.
Kids over the head with
book.
the book and the
Yeah, right. So they'd have a
Yeah.
statue of Arthur Ashe. I said, look, and you remember this? We had a campaign kick when Howard Stern was on local radio, and when the Ukrop brothers did their little thing and took Stern off. Before Howard Stern was on Sirius,
Wow.
and we got on there and the campaign to get Stern back on the radio. And yet Ukrops had a hold on the advertisers.
They got him off.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So I said, let's get some signatures and let's get a statue of me holding a bra.
Whoa.
And have women go in here and try to grab it.
Whoa.
So have me in a center, like the same kind of way they were building the Arthur Ashe statue. Have the Arthur Ashe statue, and have a statue of me with women trying to grab the bra, and I'm holding it up like that.
Wow.
And
How'd
I
that work
think
out
it's
for
way
you?
over time. Yeah, they've removed all these other statues.
They have to put something there.
Yeah, they removed all these other statues. I think they need to put them back.
Yeah.
They need to put them back, but they need to put my statue there.
Yeah.
They have Kay Lazar on there. Also statue of Kay Lazar where he's got a big football. He's trying to kick it in a sandal. He's got a sandal there. He's trying to kick it like that. Have a statue of you like that.
And I never got the extra point at all.
You know the extra
Let
point?
me tell you.
Yeah, okay.
You should get a statue on Pedestal Avenue. I mean Monument Avenue.
Well, yeah. What's the pedestal? You look high up their
Pedestal,
dress?
yeah, pedestal, yeah, but
Yeah.
so you can look right up at their dresses, yeah.
High up their
high
dress.
enough. We should have like Lonnie Anderson, Tina Louise, Linda
Right.
Carter. We should have all those beautiful women that are now, I guess, in their 70s and 80s.
Yeah. Well, they're Barbara Eden,
Barbara Eden.
Barbara Eden. Prime for the picking.
We
Yeah.
hired.
Prime for the picking. Very, very prudilicious. Very
We
prudilicious. Yeah.
we elect.
You taking good notes now. Take some notes.
Yeah.
We support the
I heard
elderly,
that one.
especially Tina Louise, Barbara Eden.
Barbara Eden. I tell you what.
Mary
And
Ann.
what about Barbara Wawa?
Barbara Walters.
If you were a
Make it happen.
tree, hold on. If you were a tree, what tree would you be?
What? Yeah, I remember that.
Hello, everyone. This
Yeah.
is Baba Wawa.
Okay, listen. And
If you
I
were a twee.
yeah.
Yeah. What tree would you be?
What tree would you be?
She said that to Catherine Hepburn in the day.
Oh, did she say that, Catherine Hepburn? Okay.
Yeah.
I thought she said it to
And
Nancy.
Catherine Hepburn said, a big oak.
I thought she said it
I would
to Nancy
be a
Reagan.
big oak with lots of branches.
I thought she said it to Nancy Reagan for some reason. I don't know why.
Nancy Reagan.
Yeah, I thought she did that.
No, Nancy Reagan, she actually asked Nancy Reagan. She said, Nancy Reagan goes, are you America's stepmother?
Really?
Nancy Reagan took very good care of her husband in his
Will.
last days. You'd never think that from her, but she was actually,
these things will happen. And
never got along with her kids though.
I will
Right,
tell Nancy, we're both from the grave right now. We're both being just ashes to ashes, wheel, dust to dust. Wheel, Bonzo Will still pees on my ashes. Man, Will, and I was your 40th president, Will. You can get some jelly beans so I can stick up my bunghole. Well,
Gosh. It's
yeah.
got a pretty full bunghole that you're talking about tonight.
You like the bunghole?
From the grandmother to the.
Well, I mean, we all have bungholes, just like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Everyone's got one. Yeah.
You know.
That's that's what
Everybody's
they say
got a
about
bunghole and got
opinions.
assholes, and,
That's
you
what
know.
they say about opinions.
And when you
Well,
assume, you make an ass out of both of
You
us,
and me.
all three of us.
When you,
And assume, you're gonna assume that now. Come on,
You-
I got buttholes.
you make an assumption, you make an ass out of you and umption.
I thought you make an ass out of Uma Thurman.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Uma Thurman.
Yeah,
the
Uma
senator
Thurman.
said that.
Yeah, make an ass out of Uma Thurman.
Nice.
So, listen, Roger, I heard that you're going to be a meteorologist sometime soon, right? You know can you give the weather forecast?
What?
I thought you told me that you were a I thought you told me you were a meteorologist.
Oh, right.
Give me a
yeah.
forecast.
Oh,
Give me a
this
forecast.
Is sort of a
Give me the weather forecast.
forecast is
About Mount St. Helen.
cold. Damn cold.
Well, how many inches did Mount St. Helen get?
Mount St. Helens, it got 3 inches, but it's
That's
not
a small
the size
pet.
that counts.
Okay. Was the motion of the ocean?
Yeah,
How you work it.
That's how you work it. See now, ladies, I don't care what you think. Size does matter.
yeah. Well, to a point.
Thanks,
No
Nicole.
pun intended. To a
I mean,
point.
size does matter, so that's what they've told me.
Yeah. But
And I've had no
The
complaint.
size of the
Me.
wallet does matter. You're
I've
right.
had no
That's a lot of women.
I've had
A woman's body
I've had no
is about
complaints.
this wide from the front to the back, or in some cases this wide. So after that, does the size matter?
Like,
Well, it matters if you're trying to dig for gold.
Right.
It matters if you dig for gold. Roger is going to have a transformation into a character that he plays, and we're going to talk with him real fast. Roger, have your transformation. Tell me what flavor you were going to pick.
Oh, okay.
Which? I'm having
The 2 dark things there.
the 2 dark things here.
Yeah.
That dark red there. Roger is going to become somebody really fast
Another character.
and a character, and we're going to have an interview with him, and we're going to talk to Roger about what he thinks about life and how he thinks about things. So Roger is going to have a transition. He's not going to turn into transgender, but he's going to turn into it's going to be an easy transition. So we're going to talk with him about that and do that. Meanwhile, let me tell you something. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Hi, boys and girls. This is Gigi, and welcome to my neighborhood. I want you to come out here. I want to touch you, and I want you to touch me. Welcome to my neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. Little boys and girls, there's no such thing as Santa Claus. Ho, 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 no such thing as Santa Claus. And when they try and bang on your door, when a Jehovah's Witness bangs on your door, say, bitch. Say, bitch. Good, 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 good. All right, we have a person now we're going to talk to right now. Here he is in all his glory and splendor. Rodney. Not Rodney
Hey.
King, but Rodney.
How y'all doing there?
How you doing?
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm plumb disappointed.
Why are you disappointed? Well, why are you plumb disappointed?
I don't like plums, but also this election. The whole thing is a phony fraud.
Is that right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. So it was this election. Was it the election and the erection, or was it just the election?
There's no erection after this election.
Okay, so you didn't have an erection.
I was not aroused by the results, no.
Okay. Well, explain to us why you weren't.
Well, it was all phony and fixed
All right. And why do you think it's phony and fixed?
because Trump won. He had more votes.
All right. Well, if he'd won, how come his own official advisor said that it was official and it was a Biden victory?
Well, there was aliens from outer space that came and messed with people's minds, and they changed their voting.
Aliens coming from? Is it part of the QAnon conspiracy? The QAnon conspiracies?
No, this is from Anon.
Anon,
Alien
QAnon.
experience.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm the
I know.
planet of low nectar. We come from the planet of your choice. We're here to molest you. We're here to give you everything you want
They're from Uranus.
from Uranus.
Yeah,
Well, I'm nectar from Pluto.
yeah.
Have you ever been to Uranus?
Yeah, I've been to Uranus.
Right. Well, I know you haven't been to my anus.
Why not?
I know you haven't, because I've already been there.
You've been to your own anus?
I've been to my own anus.
Oh,
I smelt it, and I dealt it,
oh,
and I felt it.
okay. That's
Do you
very
know
interesting.
what we do? We give you the planet. From the planet, we give you the fruits of our labor. We give you the nectarines to suck on. Have you
Yeah.
ever sucked on a nectarine, sir?
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I
back to that election. Remember?
Well, I do
Rick.
know the fruit, because I think you're fruity.
No, you're the one wearing the yellow jacket.
Well, I wear the yellow jacket because I can. It's a fashion statement. Besides, we come from different different sizes and different colors. Aren't you part of the rainbow effect?
No,
Okay. So you've never been to any other planet but Uranus?
okay, yeah. Kind of ruining my bit here. I was here to talk about the fraud in the election.
Okay, well, go ahead and
Kind of messed it up there.
I didn't mess it up. Did I crap on your parade?
Yeah.
I didn't mean to shit on your parade. Go ahead.
Anyway, man, you messed up my flow.
Oh,
This
you're
whole conspiracy
yeah,
plot.
conspiracy.
you know,
Conspiracy.
and all these women and people of different colors and non-citizens voted there.
Okay. So you think that the Mexicans, pretty much the illegal Mexicans and the anchor babies, or who
Yeah,
are
the
up,
babies voted too.
the anchor babies voted?
Yeah.
Because they're citizens actually, because they were born in the U.S.
Yeah, but the youngerns,
The other ones, okay.
they came out of their strollers and they pushed the buttons for their moms who couldn't speak good English there.
Right. So they were able to speak with a good tongue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's amazing.
All right. So have you ever had tongue before?
That type, like the beef tongue.
Yeah, the
that's
tongue.
good. When I shoot some deer,
Right.
I like to get their tongue out. 'Cause I don't waste any of the deer. I'm a very conscientious gun supporter.
Have you ever had
Deer
Malsain tongue?
hunter. You're messing with my mind. This is too advanced. I'm here to talk about Trump and losing that there election
All
unfairly.
right. Go ahead, sir.
So anyway, we need to recount. We need to revote. We need to kill all those people that weren't supposed to vote and
Oh my
kick them out
God.
of the country.
Just do like that, huh? Just
Yeah,
kill them,
yeah.
huh?
Well, maybe not kill them, but you
Well,
know,
what about caning?
put them in
like-
cages again. You know,
Put those babies in cages and all that.
all there. Yeah,
Okay.
build that wall there that he was building.
All right. Right.
Gotta
right.
finish that. He has
Okay.
like 1 month to finish it.
So what should we do with the illegals then? Should we cane them?
No, just kick them out.
Kick them out. Okay. How about the ones that voted against Trump? What should we do with those people?
See, we should turn them, their status into illegal, even if they're white or whatever.
So you think that
European,
you think there should be
yeah.
the southern states?
No, just the whole thing.
No, I'm just saying.
States of Trump.
You think the states should secede from the Union or from the United States? And,
No,
yeah.
that ain't necessary anymore. There's
Okay.
enough Trumpies like me. We just take over. We all have guns. You know, I
Yeah.
have about 100 in my house that I got off their internet
Okay.
at those gun shows. They didn't ask for no ID or
Right.
to have your.
Well, you know that
your
some
face
people, some
locked
people are
down,
not
you know.
equipped mentally to have a gun. You know that.
Oh, it's pretty easy. Anyone's equipped mentally.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is pull that there trigger.
Yeah. Well, what about pulling the trigger on somebody that is an innocent person, like what these necks do when they're having their little speed for guns and they want their guns and they believe in the NRA and
Yeah,
Charlton
the
Heston say,
NRA
"Let
is
my
awesome.
people go." Like
Yeah.
Charlton Heston, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think
Don't
that should
call
all be solidified? It should be great, huh?
Except for if they're Mexican or Indian or
Well, now wait.
non-American, then they can't have no guns.
Oh, okay. So the
Yeah.
so what if they're Americans and they're Biden supporters?
Oh, well, that's again, you're just messing up my flow.
I'm messing
here,
up your.
okay?
I'm crapping on your
'Cause
parade.
they don't want guns. They want to take away all the guns.
Okay, I got you.
Unless you're, excuse me.
I got you all. I got you all choked up. I got you all choked up. I'm sorry. You all right?
Yeah,
Have some more beer.
you smoke a lot.
You've been smoking
Kinda
some.
hard
You've been
to do
smoking
this
some
voice.
marijuana. I got you. You're good. You're good.
Man on your Rodney voice.
Okay.
You smoke a lot.
All right, well, just keep it going. Transformation, you know.
Transformation.
Yeah, you go back to who you were.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Okay, well then recite the Gettysburg Address for me, Rodney, if you will.
7 years ago, a bunch of white people started a country that gave no rights to the other people there.
Yeah.
And that's the way it needs to be again, you know.
Okay.
Make America great.
Now you think that America was great with Trump?
Yeah. Well, we were working on it. All the
Okay.
Democrats kind of messed things up.
All right. So you don't think there was any Russian collusion in 16, or do you think there was Russian collusion in 16?
Well, they're white, so maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't think Vladimir Putin has been blowing sweet nothings in Trump's ear?
No.
Okay.
I don't even know who that is, actually.
You don't know who Vladimir Putin is? Okay. He's
Vladimir?
Vladimir Vladimir.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's
It's again above my.
yeah, he's the blower.
This is above my pay grade.
He's-
All I know is
He's the
guns,
pitcher. He's the pitcher.
racism, white power,
Okay.
Trump.
All right. What about Hitler?
Oh, that guy was a good guy.
Him I like.
Yeah, he's good.
You like Hitler? What about Mussolini?
I don't even know who that is either.
Okay. What about Tito?
Who?
I'm not talking about the Jackson 5 neither. Tito.
Oh, that guy kind of a foreign name. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you know the foreigners. Okay, so you know, so to be damned with the foreigners, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Anwar Sadat,
Oh, that's an Arab guy.
an Egyptian?
Yeah.
What about Menachem Begin?
I don't know. What's he begging about?
He's asking for some bacon.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
bacon's good,
You like bacon?
especially deer meat bacon.
Yeah. What
Not
about
that turkey bacon?
what about the Porky
Real.
the Pig?
What about him?
You like the Porky the Pig? Do you eat it?
Oh, do I eat it? Yeah.
Okay. And the Ronnie, I want to know what about that furry animal that goes meow, but it's actually a beaver. Do you eat that?
A cat that's a beaver?
Well, I mean, it
Like
goes
the beaver?
meow and it's pink. Actually, it's pink, but it's an eager beaver. Do you usually go with those things too? Eat those things also?
Yeah, like you're saying, if it's shaved well down there.
Yeah. You catch on now. You catch on
I
pretty
do
good.
agree on using those pubes for people who don't have awesome hair.
Right.
Me.
Is that what you've used all this time?
No, I have naturally good hair.
Oh, it's your hair is natural. Do you? What kind of shampoo do you use?
Head and Shoulders.
Head and Shoulders. Well, that's a dandruff shampoo.
Well, I have a head and I have shoulders, so
Right.
I didn't know what it was.
Right. So by using Head and Shoulders, is it easier to get head that way? To get some
Well,
real
you
head?
gotta hold down the shoulders. I think they read. Yeah. I don't know. Again, losing my voice.
I'm breaking your cow. Okay, well, if you need to get out of character, you can do so.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get out of
Go
character.
out of here. You guys aren't racist
Well,
enough for me.
we're not racist enough. Okay, I appreciate it.
I mean,
I appreciate it. So listen. All right. So
My
we.
girlfriend once told me that you know my hair wasn't doing well. She said, "I'll give you some Head and Shoulders." I said, "I don't need shoulders."
You just need head. Yeah, get some head. Well, no, you just need some head. All right. So look, listen here. So we look at it at this point right here. So what do you think? What do you think? You all right?
I think he's coughing up a fur ball. And I like the character. I like the character you did from Little Abner. It was really cool. Alley-oop.
Yeah. So what do we think about President Joe Biden taking over now in a serious mode right
Hey,
now?
let me tell you something. Comes January 21st, people are going to look back and say, "What the hell was those 4 years all about? What were we thinking?"
So, honest to say, you think President Joe Biden is going to be the man for the next
I'd like to think people
8
are going to
years. 8 years?
exhale.
Okay.
Oh man, I was on pins and needles the whole 4 years.
Yeah.
Didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, no.
And
I-
look, and to give him some credit, that Israel made some thanks to his help and his son-in-law's help. A few countries are now friendly with Israel. Also, there were no wars during that whole. Maybe his friendship with all those dictators kept us from being
Well, I mean,
wars.
Kim Sung Jun, he wrote him beautiful letters.
Wrote
He
him
wrote
right,
him
yeah.
beautiful letters and all that, and they had an anal transparency.
But you could just
And,
imagine.
you
You
know.
could just imagine that all these dictators are sending Trump private letters saying, "Hey, this doesn't happen in my country. We just send the army in and start bashing heads."
I'm wondering, Louis, if they had some actual people that did dictation for these dictators.
Yeah.
Type on shorthand. Shorthand, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But anyway,
The dictators and whatnot. So this is what I'm
this is
saying.
our Christmas. Go ahead.
This is the Christmas show, and this is what it is. And I don't want to put you on the spot, Mr. Kevin, but I want you to say it one time. I'll prompt it, and you just say yay or nay. To all the trolls, I'm going to say it, to all the trolls. Man's doing other shows. He's doing other shows, but he's on the Gorgeous George show. So you're on the Gorgeous George show this Christmas Day. Tell the trolls that that you're going to continue. being on that.
I will tell you that the trolls have no influence in what I have to do in my life, and I am very happy to be on the Christmas show with you today.
And-
now,
okay.
and I hope you enjoyed my company and whatever.
And you will be on other Gorgeous George shows in the future.
I would love to. So anyway,
All right.
and
go.
whether I do it or not has nothing at all to do with trolls and everything. So yeah, the troll I don't have any time for. I don't have any time for internet terrorists. So anyway, but I got it. Today's the Christmas show, and actually today is Christmas. I actually got you a gift.
Well, okay. And then is it moving? Is it
It's nice. I think
is it
you'll
a
like
varmint?
it.
Is it a
Oh,
var-
take everything out. You might enjoy
Oh, is it a varmint?
Yeah, no, it's not a varmint.
Is it okay? We got.
You got a card.
all right.
You don't have to read it.
Well,
I mean,
no,
read
we'll
it,
look at
but
that.
You got a nice
I
card.
got a tie.
A tie,
I'm,
so you
I'm
look
not.
at that.
I'm not a tie person, but thank
But
you.
I mean, you gotta have a tie.
Well,
You never know.
and then
Thai food.
okay, Elton John.
Elton,
I mean,
do a show that Elton John. It's an
Elton John.
CD.
Don't let your son go down on
Elton
me.
John is, for all you people out there, is Elton John is
Alright.
Rush Limbaugh's favorite singer. So
I guess
he
we're-
actually had him.
we're doing- all right,
and then we got videotapes of shows that I made for you.
All right,
So
all
we
right.
got
And you
videotapes.
and you still have the master copies.
Yes,
on
I
your-
do.
Master copies of
Yes,
all
I
the
do.
shows
So you
and
do.
all that. And lastly, but not okay. Lastly,
And a thing to put your
okay,
cufflinks and
okay,
stuff.
okay, okay.
Nice
And I've got you a rooster. I got you a rooster in the back. You can take it, and a rooster in the back. And we have also.
You're giving me your cock?
Yeah, well, no, and we also have a blow doll for you too.
I love
Some
dogs.
We're gonna blow doll for you
body
too.
wash.
Yeah, well,
There
thank you
go,
for
baby.
that. Okay, we also
Top
have
of a cup.
Irish
we also have a blow up doll for you. So if you need to blow into it, you'll be good with it.
All right.
All right, so look here. It is Christmas. Merry Christmas, of course. And I tell you what. So the trolls, you can pretty much bob for your waste matter. Trolls, you can go down and dig for your own because he's gonna be back.
Merry Clitmas, everyone.
Yeah, he's gonna be back, and that's all that needs to be said about that. Gorgeous
Give a
George
like,
show
George.
style is what it's all about. And thank you. Merry Christmas, Merry Clitmas, and a Happy New Year and a Happy New Brazier.
Right.
One Mona Lisa, one Leaning Tower of Pisa, and only one Gorgeous George. Believe it or not. Merry Christmas.
We're done.
Great meeting, my friend.